Welcome to Chapter 2, where we will discuss the fundamental changes that occur during adolescence. We begin with physical changes, focusing on biological development in puberty. Puberty is a period of rapid growth and psychological changes, leading to sexual maturity. Hormones play a crucial role in pubertal development, influencing changes in height, weight, body composition, and circulatory and respiratory systems. The 5 chief physical manifestations of puberty include rapid growth acceleration, development of primary and secondary sex characteristics, changes in body composition, and changes in the circulatory and respiratory systems. The onset of puberty is directly related to the hormonal process of the endocrine system. Key endocrine systems include the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and gonads. Puberty begins with an increase in growth and sex hormones. Female hormones include estrogen and progesterone, while male hormones include androgen and testosterone. Both sexes produce both types of hormones, but the balance shifts during adolescence. The time of puberty refers to the age it occurs, averaging 13.5 for boys and 12.5 for girls. Tempo is the rate at which these changes are completed. Factors influencing the timing and tempo of puberty include sex, genetics, intelligence, weather, socioeconomic status, body build, health, nutrition, stress, and excessive exercise. Puberty has 3 stages. Prepubescent, where secondary sexual characteristics develop but reproduction is immature. Pubescent, marked by sperm for boys and menarche for girls. And postpubescent, where fertilization and conception are possible. In females, the sequence of physical growth includes increased sex hormones, breast development, height spurt, pubic hair, and menarche. For boys, it includes increased sex hormones, growth of testes and scrotum, pubic hair, height and weight spurts, and spermarche. Physical growth is regulated by the hypothalamus controlling the pituitary gland. Hormones, including androgens and estrogens, are produced by endocrine glands throughout life. Additional hormones released at the start of adolescence cause an overall growth spurt, increased activity in sebaceous glands leading to breakouts, and increased activity in sweat glands causing stronger body odor. In males, increased androgens, particularly testosterone, affect primary sex characteristics, including the enlargement of the testes, scrotum, and penis, and eventually the first ejaculation. In females, increased estrogens, particularly progesterone, affect primary sex characteristics, including the enlargement of the labia, clitoris, uterus, and vagina. The first menstrual cycle, menarche, occurs around 12 to 12.5 years of age. The adolescent growth spurt is a rapid increase in height and weight preceding sexual maturity. It typically lasts about 2 years, starting earlier in girls than in boys. Variations in the pace of development have complex outcomes. Those who mature early may be seen as more adult-like, presenting both advantages and disadvantages. Early maturing boys may face disadvantages like higher involvement in problem behaviors and substance use, but also enjoy advantages like popularity, self-confidence, and becoming peer group leaders. Early maturing girls may experience distress related to menarche and higher levels of psychosomatic distress. However, they may also become more sociable, responsible, cooperative, and enjoy increased attention. Adolescents are highly concerned about their physical appearance, often leading to dissatisfaction. Girls in particular may be prone to depression due to worries about their looks. Physical maturation impacts an adolescent's self-image and behavior, prompting changes in the behavior of others, such as parents or peers, which further influences the adolescent. A key effect of physical maturation is concern about normality and sex appropriateness. Dissatisfaction with body image can lead to nutritional problems like anorexia nervosa. Menarche and menstruation can be a serious concern for girls due to physical discomfort and emotional changes. Acne and skin eruptions also affect self-esteem and physical attractiveness for both sexes. Maturing significantly earlier or later than peers can be disturbing for adolescents. The timing of maturation can have significant psychological effects, though it is not inherently advantageous or disadvantageous. Body image is a dynamic perception of one's body, influenced by physical changes, self-esteem, and cultural standards of appearance. Negative body image in girls can lead to a lack of self-confidence, withdrawal, depression, and higher rates of risky behaviors. It is also linked to eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia. Negative body image can cause health problems due to stress or poor nutrition. while rare, extreme cases often linked to eating disorders can be fatal, emphasizing the need for early help. To develop a positive body image, you can surround yourself with close people, accept and give compliments, exercise, avoid frequent weighing, engage in passionate activities, focus on your strengths, help others, respect differences, and appreciate yourself. Pubertal changes begin once a threshold of body fat is reached. During this time, the balance of sex hormones, estradiol and testosterone, shifts dramatically in males and females, triggering primary and secondary sex characteristics. Sexual maturation involves both primary and secondary sexual characteristics. Primary sexual characteristics are organs directly related to reproduction, which enlarge and mature during adolescence. Secondary sex characteristics are physiological signs of sexual maturation that do not directly involve the sex organs, such as breast development in females, broad shoulders and a deepening voice in males, and the appearance of hair in various areas for both sexes. In males, secondary characteristics include hair growth, voice deepening, and increased muscle. For females, they include fat deposits on breasts and hips, pelvic widening, and hair growth. The principal sign of sexual maturity in males is sperm production, while in girls, it is the first menstruation, called menarche, which occurs relatively late in female development. We conclude with some questions for reflection, explain the health issues of adolescence, and detail the types of eating disorders and substance use during this period.